was mentioning Johnson & Johnson, Paul, because is this one that Warren Buffett's always been in love with, a very stable company? Am I wrong? Like,
I don't remember him talking about Johnson & Johnson,
I'm just
but
stupid.
he could be. I don't know. Do you know, Mo?
I'm not sure, no.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that one, but it seems like a company he would be interested in.
Head over to the Everything Money software and let's take a look at Johnson & Johnson. What is the market cap and dividend for this company?
Guys, this is a huge company.
Come on.
$428 billion company, $83 billion revenue. So PE, I'll have to dribble as an X. It's a 29 PE, but they have a great profit margin of 17.8%, so check mark there. Look at this gross margin. This is software kind of margins right here, folks. So we have one X and one check. Now, because of the software being so awesome that if you don't sign up for $13 a month, you are stupid, it's going to show you everything here. Their free cash flow last year was $18.3 billion. They have a 2.5% dividend that paid out $10.5 billion. Which means it'll show you right here. Do they have enough money to pay their dividend? Yes, they do in the last year. So these are just high-level things. It tells you 50-week high, 52-week low. By the way, for people who say that numbers can't fluctuate a lot, look at these highs and lows. Either way, one X, one check to start.
Pillar number 3 is revenue growth over the past 5 years.
Revenue growth the last 5 years. 71.89, 82.58, check mark. I'm willing to bet there was an acquisition somewhere in this area.
Pillar number 4 is profit growth, Paul. Now that we're all settled in and doing our thing, profit growth is pillar number 4.
16.5 down to 14.7, X there.
X for profit.
Yeah, profit's down from 16.5 to 14.7.
Shares outstanding, which is pillar number 5.
These numbers of shares are wrong, but the growth and the decrease is accurate. It is a check mark there. They did decrease by about 5%.
We are beta testing the Everything Money software, and our patrons will be beta testing it more in the Discord, and it will be released on April 15th. April should be a big month for us, Paul. Lots of, the Tesla giveaway is coming about here. We hit 20,000 subscribers, and we're giving a Tesla away at 50. So stay tuned, guys. Pillar number 6, Paul, for Johnson & Johnson is current assets over current liabilities, baby.
Absolutely. So current assets are $57.5 billion. And current liabilities are 38.85. So
wow.
plenty of cash on hand to pay off their debts, which I was actually surprised about. I thought it'd be a little bit closer.
So we only have 2 checks for Johnson & Johnson. PE is a little high, and their profit is not growing. Pillar number 7 is free cash flow.
How do we only have, no, we have profit margin, revenue growth, shares outstanding, assets and liabilities.
I'm sorry, I was talking checks. PE is bad, profit is bad. That's it.
You're talking about X's.
X's, sorry, thank you, Paul. Thank you.
So checks are the ones that are in green that look like a check.
Well, they're all in red on my page.
And X's are the one.
Whoops. Pillar number 7, damn it, Paul. It's free cash flow. Let's go.
So guys, one of the great things I did on this software that you can get for $13 a month if you're smart is cash from operations less capital expenditures. I added my own line here in the investing section of the cash flow statement. This is not a real line in the cash flow statement. I added it so that you guys have easy access. 13.7, 18.3, check mark there. Remember, we need this money.
Go ahead, Paul, keep going.
We need this money to pay dividends, buy back shares, make big acquisitions, etc. This is good growth. And if you see over the last few years, it's up a lot. They did 12 billion 10 years ago. Now they're doing 18 billion. It's pretty consistent growth here. I like it a lot. Now, what's the average, Seth?
Give me the numbers one more time, Paul, for the last 5 years.
13.7.
13 billion? Wow.
Yeah, 13.7.
Go ahead.
18.5.
Thanks.
18.5.
Wow.
19.7. 18.3.
Am I going to mess this up? Maybe not. Divided by 5, 17 and 3 quarters, 17.75. This is their free cash flow average over the past 5 years is $17.75 billion, Paul.
Now, we talk about 20 being the free cash flow multiple. Because you're doing an average, and when there's an average and the numbers are increasing, you want to multiply by a higher metric because then you're not giving enough credit to recent years. That would make the company worth $350 billion, okay? So it's not worth, it's $490 billion right now, or 408, what's the number?
430 billion.
430, so it's not far off, guys. Mm-hmm. It's 25% off. It's not terrible. So I'm looking at saying, be cautious on this one. Be ready. Like, I like the financial of this company. I like their Johnson & Johnson is not going out of business anytime soon. I mean,
well, the whole point of this, Paul, I'd like to get your thoughts. Maybe Trader Mo has some more thoughts. Is their vaccine? The news is, Don, right, that the vaccine looks like it's doing quite well, or at least it's a one take.
It is a 1-dose vaccine. It actually just got approved by the FDA yesterday.
And its effective rate is the only thing that was glaring to me, but Mo kind of touched on this yesterday in our meeting. Their effective rate is 66%, whereas Moderna and Pfizer have a 95 and 94.1% effective rate. So, but it is one dose. So it is actually able to combat the new strain that came out of South Africa. So there is some positivity there.
Yeah, and Paul's next girlfriend may come from South Africa or some
that
other.
was mean. Is Paul was still on the chat?
It's just a joke.
Yeah, you're gonna yell.
Paul, I love you.
Not you.
Don't say it to me. Say it to Paul.
I did. They're the same name. Go ahead, Mo.
With that vaccine efficacy, if it's 66% and it's a one-time shot, and you don't have to get this shot. I mean, they're talking about Pfizer and Moderna vaccines that you're going to have to get. This thing is not going to last for more than 18 to 24 months. So if that's the case, and I can get one shot and it works 66% of the time, but it's one and done forever, I'd rather take that one. So Johnson & Johnson is one of the best drug companies in the entire world, and they have been for a very long time. They are an American staple for portfolios for any fund. So. Yeah, I don't know. I like Johnson & Johnson. I would rather take their drug. And it has been proven that their drug and AstraZeneca's drug out of the UK is far safer than Pfizer and Moderna.
Yeah, so I mean, with that news, Paul, aren't things looking up?
So, I don't know how the numbers will pan out. Part of what we do here is when you're looking at the 8 pillars, your goal isn't to make a decision from the 8 pillars. Your goal is to tell a story and say, okay, there's other news. What's the other news? That there's a vaccine coming out. How much can it add to the profitability of the company? I personally am not going to add a lot of value for the vaccine. And the reason being is this is a pandemic that we're having that is hopefully going to be isolated. Now, could I be wrong on that one? Absolutely. But every other one we've had in the past has been isolated. So I'm not going to give them a future value based on a 1 or 2 year time span where they can make a few $1 billion. I want to look at the fundamentals of the business and say, what is the business making fundamentally that's going to allow me to make a good investment here? We're not far off, folks. It's only a 20% decline. And if you look at the PE, of 29, I'm only asking for a 20% reduction in the stock price. It would still make this company a 24 PE, even with a 23 PE, even with a 20% reduction in the stock price. But I think we're very close to having a good value in this company that I think would be worth 20 times free cash flow. Now, by the way, I'm not buying it at 20 times free cash flow, but I think it's worth the 5-year average 20 times free cash flow.
Yeah, and another thing to look at, when you're thinking of Johnson & Johnson, how much does this company really fluctuate on news? That's the other big thing. Johnson & Johnson is one of those companies. Just recently, they had an issue with their baby powder that was causing cancer, this and that. It really didn't move that stock very much to the downside. That kind of news would have affected another company very much, in a far different way. So it's harder for stocks to go up than fall down. So there's that. Seth, you want me to do momentum?
Sure, go ahead, Paul.
Okay.
Mo, sorry.
That's Mo. I'm Paul.
Mm-hmm. So he's having a rough time over there. So it's a downtrend right now. There's no doubt. It's coming right through the sweet spot. And we are definitely going to hold some sort of resistance right here at this call it 155 area. So what we need are some red engulfing candlesticks to come down like this to be able to break that 155, 158 resistance, wherever it is. And then you can add to your position. But again, Johnson & Johnson is a very hard stock to trade just because it doesn't fluctuate very much. So if I am trading, there are better options out there. This is more of something that I would put in a portfolio for a long period of time. Maybe this is your retirement account portfolio and go from there when the time is right.
Thanks so much for watching the video. We hope you were intrigued. If this style of investing speaks to you, click the link below to join our Patreon. As a patron, you get access to a wonderful community of like-minded investors where you can chat, connect, ask questions, and share ideas with badasses like you all over the world. The best part is you get the amazing Everything Money software. This is revolutionary, unlike any YouTube page. You can track your investments, look at stocks, and quickly run our 8-pillar analysis on any company you like. The top tier patrons get direct access to Paul and Trader Mo. You'll see their daily trades, their updated portfolios, and every options contract they write on a daily basis. We provide Patreon exclusive videos just for you, including live streams and exclusive content from our team. Our bottom patron tiers fill fast, so join today. But hey, if you don't believe me, look at all of our patrons' amazing success stories. In comparison to other financial platforms, our software is by far the best value. This is your chance to get serious about investing. If you're finally ready to level up your investing game, join our Patreon and let's start kicking ass together.